My name is Sophia, and this happened to me when I was in my third year of high school. Throughout my high school years, I was always very lonely. I would have barely any friends to talk with, I would be too shy to say hi to people, and I was the type of girl that would sort of be in her own world and mainly just stick to the internet. Anyway, one day, I'm at lunch sitting down by the table by myself, of course, when all of a sudden a boy came up to me and said hi. He introduced himself as Michael, and we both then started chatting. I then found out that Michael was a junior as well, and he started talking about anime, video games, movies, and stuff you'd expect nerds to be interested in. Thankfully, I myself was a so-called nerd, and Michael and I had the both same interests, and he seemed like a cool guy. At the end of lunch, he asked me for my phone number, and me, not wanting to be rude, gave it to him. Now, I normally don't give my phone number out to people I had just met, but I somewhat thought it was okay. That night, I was in bed working on a school project for my science class when I got a text message. It said it came from a random number, but I already knew it was probably Michael. Sure enough, I opened the text and it read, "Hi Sophia, this is Michael, we met at lunch today." Keep in mind that I am not, nor have I ever been a texting person, and whenever I would text somebody back, it would always be in very short text. I texted him back saying, "Hi." He then texted back asking me as to why I gave him such a dry response. I told him that I wasn't really a texty person, so he then called me. I picked up and we had a full-on conversation about our interests and stuff like that for about an hour before I said that I would see him tomorrow and that I was going to bed. Weeks went by and we'd be talking and talking. However, he then started becoming weird not only over the phone but in person as well. He would always try to sit next to me as close as possible and always try touching my leg and always hugging me. It was weird as hell, but I didn't have it in me to tell him to stop, fearing that he would get mad. One day, Michael texted me asking if I wanted sex, and at that point, he crossed the line. The next day at school, I sat somewhere where I knew he couldn't find me, which was on the other side of the school for any of those who are curious. Anyway, as days passed, I figured that Michael gave up trying to look for me, so I went back to sitting in my usual spot. However, even when I was in my spot, he never showed up to talk to me and I would almost always see him around, so I was suspicious. One night, I was on my phone finishing up that science project when I got a text from him. The thing is that it wasn't a text, it was a photo. I was shocked to see the photo he had sent. It was a picture of me on my bed. I soon then realized that his photo had been taken when I was doing my project, which was now. I then soon realized what was happening. I slowly looked to my bedroom window to see Michael looking in. I screamed and rushed to my parents' room and woke them up, but Michael was already gone by then and police never came up with anything. If anyone out there is listening to this and feel that a creep is somewhat beginning to stalk you, I strongly urge you to stay away from them, because you don't know if you're next.